Well, it looks like the battle is finally ending for the most part in Wisconsin as the state Senate operated with just 19 senators on the floor. They found a loophole that would keep a quorum from being present or ignoring the quorum of 20 senators on the House floor, a quorum being the minimum number of senators present that operations could proceed. They found a loophole where the 19 senators, all Republicans, could vote away on a couple of portions of the legislation that would basically bust the unions in Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin may be the forebearer of a very bitter battle that will be taking place in the coming days and weeks in Michigan, and I'm going to run through that for you in just 10 seconds. Well, hello everybody. It is Big Paul Blom here in Pinellas Park, Florida on a rainy Thursday, March 10th, 2011. That's why you're seeing this little glow in my face, because I have a light on and the light's not all that great outside because we had a thunderstorm move through at 7 o'clock this morning. It's drying out now a little bit. We're just getting light rain at 9:42 a.m. this Thursday, March 10th. Now, let me get to the ongoing battle in Wisconsin and talk about that. I think it was a strategic blunder for the Democrats to flee to other states to keep the vote from happening, because ultimately the Republicans won. And I am independent. I am neither Democrat or Republican, but hey, they found the loophole in the rules. Tip of the hat to them. They won the battle. Period. The Democrats are not all on the same page, and it's very, very obvious to me at that point that they're not. The Democrats seem to be in a couple of factions. That this is what happens when you have a party in power at the top, the White House, Barack Obama, who said 3 years ago, before he became president, that he would join the picket lines if need be. And, of course, you didn't see Barack Obama go to Wisconsin and join the picket line. So, the Republicans carried the day, and that's that. I'm not saying they're right to have won, but I don't think that running away from the battle is what you should do. I think you got to fight it head on. Now, let's get on to Michigan, because I think what's going to happen in Michigan is going to make Wisconsin look like a Boy Scout picnic. Now, I'm going to read from a site called Cafe Sentido. It's on a site called www.casaveria.com. And then I'm looking at a blog entry called Michigan Governor Seeks Emergency Powers. The governor of Michigan is trying to force through the legislature a bill that would establish emergency rule, literally, and the word literally is in capital letters. Governor Snyder is seeking emergency powers that would enable him to, 1, unilaterally declare a financial emergency, 2, disincorporate entire municipal governments, 3, dismiss elected officials with no replacement election to follow, 4, seize control of local civil services. 5, hand taxpayer money, services, and powers to private non-for-profit firms. Now, basically what this means is you have this governor of Michigan declaring martial law without military enforcement. And needless to say, the Democrats of the state of Michigan, if this passes, should immediately try to recall Governor Snyder, because it is a power grab. Let's just be honest about it. I have said online for many months now that the states are losing money, the cities are losing money. Declaring an unreal emergency and then turning over all the power to corporations. Isn't that what we're all kind of fighting against? If it is true that there is a Federal Reserve that runs this country and has done so since 1913, as many think, then this is just basically transferring the power in the open to them. And having a whole bunch of banks run the country that by the government, it's no way to live. If this is happening, no way to live at all. The people got to stand up to this kind of nonsense and malarkey. And I hope that in the rules of the state of Michigan can allow for recall. And I think you're going to see, and I hope that the Democrats focus their energies in these states where they think that the Republicans are being too strong-headed. We saw it in California about a little less than a decade ago with Gray Davis. The people of California said, no, you're not going to run this state if you're going to just basically throw it down the toilet. So the answer I would give to Wisconsin and Michigan is don't waste your energies rioting. Don't waste your energies, trying to fix something that currently does not work. You go to the ballot box and you recall your governor. In fact, I would not be too surprised if an effort in Florida is tried, because you have Rick Scott, who basically, I call him Dr. No, because he doesn't want to do anything to help his people. He only wants to help his corporate interests that got him elected, it seems. You have Governor Scott saying no to a high-speed rail system from Tampa to Orlando, basically running along Interstate 4 that connects the two cities. And he doesn't want a high-speed rail. He said it would not be profitable in the first year, and the government, there would be no, it would be a money pit for the state of Florida. Well, a study recently came out and said that from its first year, the high-speed rail system would make profits. So you have a governor just basically BSing the people. So I think, any state that wants to recall a governor should be able to do so. And I think that should be an option for the voters. Now, will it happen? Who knows? That's the rub, because every state nowadays seems to be 50-50. You are either a Democrat or a Republican, and if you're not either or the other, no one wants to deal with you. That's the problem. It's like there's a civil war that has broken out politically in this country. And I don't think that does anybody any good, to think one way or the other, to have Coke or Diet Pepsi, to have, see, what would be another good comparison, to have Ruffles or Doritos. Some people like Dr. Pepper. Me, hello, winning. Anyway, that's how I kind of think about this thing. Up in the Midwest, the unrest in the Midwest, as I saw in Drudge the other day. It's all got to come to a point where I think rioting is a waste of time. I think unrest is a waste of time. If the governors act wrongfully, then what you do is you go to the ballot box, you convince your friends, and you repeal the SOB. That's how to handle it. Now, just briefly going back to Wisconsin for a moment, I think Wisconsin was a false choice for the American people, having to choose between big government or strong unions. Unions take money from the people. They give it to the Democrats. Some of the people that work for the unions aren't Democratic, so they have no say in the process. So let's see what happens from here on out, shall we? So this has been my video blog, and I will catch you later. Bye-bye.